Most people refer to recipes.
Just follow my heart, no recipes. Wow, yummy. And that's like too much to me.
They should remember you for that one thing.
It's a beautiful feeling.
Welcome to Look and Cook Studios. Today we have Golaleh, who's from Iran. She's a food influencer who's based in Dubai. She creates beautiful food content, and we're going to dive into seeing how she does that and more.
Hi, first I wanted to thank you for having me here. I'm so excited to be here because I always had this passion to share the journey with my audience, and if there are other people around that they are interested to see and listen to it.
So I'm really excited to find out more about how you began becoming a food influencer and this journey.
So it's not a long story, so I can just say that I started with a love of cooking and sharing meals with my family and friends, and then I start posting little by little recipes in Instagram and plating it there. And then I received some support, engagements that pushed me a little bit more toward it to take it seriously. So that's where I start making my Instagram account a bit professional, with better videos, better pictures, and more useful contents.
So how many years have you been doing this?
It's a start from pandemic time when everyone were stuck at home.
Okay.
So we're just cooking and eating, but I was doing my exercises too. So it was not just cooking and eating. So it's been, I can say, since 2020.
How did you start cooking?
Okay, that goes when I was 5 years old.
Okay.
I remember when my mom leaving the other 3 siblings with me. I was their second mom. I was 5-6 years old. I start with these rice cookers, the small ones. I saw how my mom cooking rice in there. So how many scoop of rice, how much water, how much oil and salt. Once she was out of the house, I start cooking this rice for my siblings. And that's the story. I think that's where my story started. Yeah, since I was 5 years old.
So from that you experimented and tried other dishes.
Yes. And I always believe on that. When I'm going to cook, I don't follow recipes. I don't go by the book. I get the idea, I get the inspiration, then I have my own spices and flavors. I can just boost it up more toward to be more nutrition, or to be more spicy, to be more salty. And I hate when people are thinking, oh, let's ignore this. This is more of a diet food. So for me, that's very important that everyone is going to try that and loves it.
So when you cook, you try different cuisines, or is it mostly Iranian?
No, definitely different cuisine. And sometimes I create things that I don't know the name even. And for example, I cook something and I go to a restaurant and I see, oh, this is what I cooked the other day, but I didn't have any idea this is Italian cuisine or this is Indian cuisine. No, but I just follow my heart, no recipes.
That's interesting because most people refer to recipes or get inspired by what other people have made and then try to make that dish.
Yeah. But no, I think to be a good cook, I don't label myself as a great one, but I think I'm good at what I'm doing.
Okay.
It's to follow your heart. I don't go to the fridge and look for the ingredients that is written in the book. I go to the fridge and I will check what ingredients available I have. I don't limit myself. So I go see what vegetables we have, and then, okay, I've got onion, I have potato, I have garlic, I have curry leaves, I have chili. Okay, that's amazing. Even with those, you can have a simple, healthy food.
And do you keep tasting it every time you cook?
It depends. But I'm not a big fan of just tasting and trying food when I'm cooking it. But yeah, maybe if it comes to the spices, to see if I add enough spices and flavors, let's say salt, so it needs to be this. But normally, no, I enjoy more serving other people, my family, my friends, to take food at work when they were like, wow, yummy. And that's too much to me. It means a lot to me because I really cook with my heart. Like, it's not that just to do a duty. I really enjoy it. It's really like therapy to me. Like when I go to kitchen and start my day in the kitchen, as if I'm in heaven.
Result that you get is the joy when people eat.
Exactly.
That's nice.
And I care a lot about the look. It's not
Ah,
that
okay.
just I cook. No.
Presentation.
Presentation, styling, it's equal than the taste. I don't know. It makes your food more inviting. Like if I set a table, I love to have everything, like, you know, the color wise, to have colors, to have textures, to have I want to give a great vibes to whoever comes to the table and enjoy. Even if it's only me and my daughter or my husband, yet I want to prepare a beautiful table. Like it's not just for guests.
Yes.
You
So
know?
you set a table and have a meal instead of just serving yourself
No,
anything.
like, you know, even when I serve, like, let's say my daughter comes back from school, she loves salmon. So my friends, they're calling me salmon lady.
Okay.
Because every week, maybe twice or 3 times a week, we have salmon. But I don't go with one recipe. That's the thing. Maybe we repeat the same ingredient, but the taste every time is different the other time. Like I go to make that, but every time I will come up with a different taste. Like I will invent something new. I always say, cooking is like chemistry. Like, you know, I'm inventing things. As you said, maybe it called developing the recipes. But yet, I want her plate to be beautiful because that's what gives her more joy to enjoy the meal that she's having. Sometimes we have very simple food, but yet I try to garnish it, style it in a way that makes her, you know, make her like, wow, this food is amazing, and she will enjoy it more.
So it's like the whole experience when you
It
come,
is.
sit at the table, feel it, and then taste the food.
Exactly. You know, when
The same thing when we do the food photography, right? We need to make it look good first before worrying about how it's going to taste,
Exactly.
because we eat
You
with
know,
our eyes first.
I say that food is like experience. For me, when I'm going to the kitchen, I love to set up everything, even if I don't make a content. I love everything, like on my chopping board, to be neat, organized, so I know what I'm. Then I see the scene is beautiful. Then I'll bring my phone and I will record something because that motivates my audience to go to the kitchen and cook something. That's the beauty of cooking and being a food influencer or a content creator.
So that
Yeah.
was one of the things I wanted to ask you, like the process of your content creation. Do you shoot with your phone? Do you have a setup where you only shoot, or is it in your kitchen? So can you tell us?
You saw my page, right? So
Yes.
everything there is part of our living. So
Okay.
these are they're there always. I have a busy house, but organized. So the kitchen is already done for any like videography or content creating.
From any angle.
From any angle. But I don't have a bright kitchen. It's just a small window, but yet the light is amazing. And I don't have fancy gear when it comes to make those contents.
So
I
do you
have
add additional light?
no, I don't. Just the kitchen
Daylight.
light and the daylight that comes from the window. And I believe that when your creativity comes up, you don't need fancy gear. I have all those fancy gear, but later I can send you a video that how I shoot when I'm cooking in the kitchen. I have a jar. I just covered it with cling film, and I put another jar top of it so my phone can go and it's holding my phone.
Like your
And I can
stand.
move that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because whatever stand I have, a tripod I have, they're either taller or shorter, or they don't get the angle that I like. That's a very simple one.
So you made
it's
your
very
own.
minimalistic. Yeah, nothing. I mean, like, if you have passion to do something, no matter what, you will do it.
Correct. You will find a way to get it done.
Exactly.
So when I was looking at your feed, I saw all your pictures are so beautiful.
Thank you so
Like your
much.
props. I'm sure you have like a really large collection.
I do have.
So how do you source that? And
Everywhere, you know. I love when I go back home, always go to those antique shops And I get
Iran.
things, yes,
Okay.
I get things that they belong to 100 years ago or like 90 years ago. You know, I love my props to have history behind. Like those massive produce, like I cannot, I don't have a feeling toward them. I buy stuff from shops here, online platforms, like handcrafted pieces, ceramic stores. But what I love is when I serve something and they were like, wow, where is this tray from? Where is this cup from? Where is this pot from? And for me to tell a story that this is my friend's grandma's pot, or this cup comes from like the 100 years ago, or this plate comes from 40 years ago. I have plates that they are from my mom that she gifted me. And they were like, you know, when we get married, our parents are preparing stuff for us, like household things, like dishes, like cups, pots, cookware, everything. So they give you the whole house to go to, when you get married, to go to your husband.
Including the crockery and cutlery.
Yes, everything.
Okay.
And then my mom gifted some of those to me. So they mean a lot. They means a lot to me, especially some plates that I have all my childhood memory back in 1983, 84, that I was like, we're having guests and we're like they were having their fruits there. I mean, like, it's a beautiful feeling. So that's what I love about my props, that they have story and they
So
have...
each of these pictures that you're creating have a story for you, right? Do you share this story on Instagram?
Actually, I think that's gonna bore everyone.
Okay.
So I cut it short. So I might put some music, like nostalgic music, or just the small sentences that reminds them of their old time when they were home. But I try to keep it international at the same time. But recently I'm talking more Farsi in the page because the audience, I mean, they're more from Iran. Like they're more Persian that they base here or other countries, but the language is Farsi. So if I get the chance and time, especially when I work with brands and making content for them, I will do the English version of it too.
Talking about content creation, now the trend has changed so much, right? There is reels, there is fast videos, trending music. So how do you keep up with the changing trends and also all the platforms?
You know, first of all, I put my creativity at first. So I follow the trends, but not as much as everyone else does. So I prefer to have, because I know the taste of my audience and I know what I love. So sometimes it's a combination of both. So I prefer to have my taste, my touch in it, not only, okay, this is trends, it went viral, let's do it. No, that's not me.
Yeah, that's good, because I've seen that when somebody has a certain style of their own and they stand for that style, people know you for that style. If you keep jumping from trend to trend, then you are nobody, nowhere, right?
Sure.
So to have that one
Consistency,
thing, that consistency,
you know, the consistency
yes.
talks like.
In style, in videos, in images, everything is like important, especially on social media.
And that's me. Like when someone comes to the page, okay, they know me, it's like introduction. And when they're sending me videos or pictures, sometimes they were like, this is your vibe. So
Correct.
I like it when I have a label. People,
Yes.
they know me because of the, like, you know, because of some special props that I use, a special vibe that I have in the videos. So that mean a lot to me,
Yes.
that this is you. Like.
So when we were studying photography, we were told, like, once you presented your portfolio to somebody and you walk away, they should remember you for that one thing.
Okay.
So then when they need that one thing, they will call you. If you're like a mix of everything, you're lost.
Exactly. They are lost also. They don't know for which part
Which
they
job
should
they're
call
going to
you.
call you.
That's my advice to the new and the beginners, like, you know, those those people that they want to be influencer. They should start with solid portfolios. They should know what they want, because I see sometimes in my explore, it comes like some people like from one extreme to another. First of all, you should not be that, like just have a goal and then go step by step. So, but go solid.
Correct. This is not a journey where you can get there fast. You have to
No.
take your
You should be
time.
patient.
And yeah. So when you're cooking, are you thinking about the health aspect in terms of the food and the flavor, or how do you think about it?
I always have health at the forefront of my mind, but I don't go to extremes, Like, I don't want people at the beginning, also I said, like, I don't want people to come to the person, no, only healthy foods, only diet foods. No. Okay. So it's balance. I keep the balance. So little bit of everything that everyone likes and everyone enjoys, and at the same time, I try to add nutritional things, to add flavor, to add, and I choose those ingredients that are accessible. So whoever around the world has access to find them and to try them once.
As an influencer, you must be getting a lot of people reaching out to you to do brand deals, right?
Yes.
So do you have an agency or you represent yourself?
I have a manager. Okay. That's another advice that I want to tell to those that they are going to start. To have their media kit and to have their rate card. They should start professionally. I have a manager that manages the brands and everything on behalf of me.
So when you put out content as an influencer, do you think about the health aspect of it?
You mean when I promote a brand?
Promote a brand or your own food content? I got it that when you're making the dishes, you think of the flavor and the health
and nutrition
with balance, right?
Yes.
But
always.
When you put out the content as an influencer, how much attention do you pay to the health aspect of it?
A lot, because I do work out, so I kind of count my calories per day, but that's not something that I want people to do. So I keep it for myself, but I share the food that I eat every day with everyone. So that's like a broadcast that what I'm eating. Maybe that's gonna have an influence on some people and some no. But yes. Mostly it meets everyone's taste. It depends on how, it depends on their portion size. So like what I cook is a normal meal that they can have little bit of oil or add extra oil or to have more rice or less rice, cut the bread or cut the rice. So that's their thing.
Because one of the challenges I found is as influencers, they really influence what people eat, right? And I find that is not taken in a responsible manner, which is one of the reasons we've started this podcast. So
okay, in addition to what I said, as an influencer, I always try to build trust and offer value. So if I show something in my videos, a product or a food, so that's really, I was thinking about it. So it was not just something just to show to everyone to have the info, because I know there's so many people out there, even 2 or 3, so I don't want to have the bad intention and influence on anyone. So I really study before posting or like sharing anything public.
So basically when you take on a product, the product is what you believe in and you know it's something that you want to promote.
Exactly. Like, let's say, I don't want to say every day I receive like million emails that they want me to promote their brands or create content for them. But I can tell you that I handpick the products and the brands, and I work with caution. So I don't jump into something just to have a new content and to have a new project. No, that's not me. So I always study. For example, some people are reaching out for some products that making people slim without them going to the gym, or there are some products that makes them sleep well. No, that's not me. I did the study, so I'm not into those stuff. But yes, I always check the quality of the ingredients if it's food. So I always like the quality talks. Like I cannot just jump into anything. Like let's say that's a job offer to create content for them, and for me, just to have extra content in my page and extra project to accept that. No, that's not the case.
So you
for
put
me.
out only what you feel is good for you and your followers.
Exactly. It should meet
So,
my taste first. So like I work with plenty of brands. I was kind of the ambassador, and I really loved working with them because the home appliance that I've received, they were very useful, especially for those that they have busy life. They're waking up no time, so they just want to cook something and to have it. And I mean, like in this life that we have. So with that, like again, I don't go with any brands. So I have a specific brands that I work and I showcase their products in my Instagram account.
okay, that's good. Finally, I want to ask you that if there was one thing that you want to change as a food influencer in the food influencer business, what would that be?
I changed the obsession with numbers.
Okay.
Too often, brands are looking only into follower count instead of content quality and engagement. Believe me when I say this to you, there are so many nano and micro influencers that they have really deep influence. But that's something that we should value in future.
Okay. So all of us have one dish that we've messed up when we've cooked, right? So is there one like that for you?
When you say messed up, you mean
Like you can't eat it, go straight to the bin.
oh my God, a lot. And I share that, yeah.
Okay.
It happens a lot because we are Iranian and we are obsessed with tahdig. So the bottom of your pot,
What's it called?
tahdig.
Okay.
Tahdig. So it's a
Can you tell
signature.
us more about
yes,
the dish?
yeah, sure. Everyone knows about it. Like especially if you go to Iranian restaurants, so you can just ask for tahdig. They bring you a crispy part of the bottom of the pot. That it can be bread or it can be potato, layer of potatoes. So sometimes because I don't use much oil, sometimes gets stick there. I have videos, people were laughing and they were like, no problem, it's okay, next time you will win it. Yes, yes, we had that. And it happens to everyone. Like it's not just for me.
So thank you, Golaleh, for coming in. It was really a pleasure having you today.
Thank you again. It was so much fun. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, thank you, really. It was a great opportunity for me too.